Lights up, cameras roll, stats in the fold. Kyle and Erik got the game on control. Daily grind, strategy defined. DFS Huddle, money on the line. Huddle up, breaking it down. Big plays, big wins, all over town. Kyle and Erik, the duo supreme. DFS hustle, living the dream. Line up, huddle up, breaking it down. Big plays, big wins, all over town. Kyle and Erik, the duo supreme. DFS hustle, living the dream. Lineups tight, numbers ignite. Analytics sharper than a game day fight. Stacks on stacks, no time to relax. DFS huddle, we dropping the facts. Feel the heat, the picks elite. This the show where the sharp minds meet. Play so bold, they'll leave you stunned. Huddle's the spot where the money's won. Huddle up, breaking it down. Big plays, big wins, all over town. Kyle and Erik, the duo supreme. DFS hustle, living the dream. Huddle up, breaking it down. Big plays, big wins, all over town. Kyle and Erik, the duo supreme. DFS hustle, living the dream. This the DFS huddle, don't miss a beat. Kyle and Erik, where the game geeks meet. Cash lines hit, top of the slate. Tune in now, before it's too late. DFS huddle, don't miss a beat. Kyle and Erik, where the game geeks meet. Cash lines hit, top of the slate. Tune in now, before it's too late.
Oh, what up, everyone? Welcome in to the DFS Huddle. Kyle provides Erik Toft. It's championship weekend. Probably the least exciting championship weekend for me in a long time. I'm a Niners fan, so I do not love the NFC matchup. And then, of course, we get the backup quarterback for Denver. We find out that Bo Nix's ankle's broken and the controversy. I believe it was I want to get your opinion. I believe it was a catch by Brandon Cooks. You can't convince me that it's not. You saw the same thing the next day. Devontae Adams, the exact same fucking thing, and they correctly ruled it a catch. Because by that logic, if we're going to allow defenders to rip the ball out and call it live, then you start having, you know what I mean, in my view. Happy Friday. Thank you to everyone watching. But quickly, I think it should be Buffalo in this game. I think they won that game. Josh Allen gets screwed again. And now we get a backup quarterback. So the NFL kind of reaps what it sows with its shitty officials. What do you think?
Agree 100%. I thought it was a catch by rule. I was a little surprised it didn't, especially by the slow replay that everyone's seeing now. As someone that had a Bills, I think plus 950 future, I was a little upset by the call.
Yeah, it happens. And look, I get that it's close, and I've seen and I saw fucking Terry McAuley. There's nothing makes me happier than going on these officials' Twitter accounts, the Gene Sterators who try to defend these officials, and just tell them, you have no fucking credibility, asshole. You have none. Quit trying to you have none. We remember, all of us fans remember when they put pass interference up for replay, remember? And you could challenge pass interference. And you remember how many times they overturned it? What was it, twice the whole year? They refused to overturn it, so the league just got rid of it because these fucking officials refused to do the right thing. So it doesn't shock me, but this is what we got. You know, we got Rams, Seahawks in Seattle, and of course we've got Denver, New England, and Denver. Weather's going to be a factor. You're going through it. I'm having a weirdly warm weather where I'm at, a warm winter. But for the rest of the country, you guys all the way out east, right? You guys are getting hit with an ice storm. I hope everyone's all, stay warm, all that good shit. Please like and subscribe. Come join the Patreon. We got all sorts of stuff going on the Patreon, NBA, golf, best bet, college basketball, UFC. I've been racking my brain over that damn card all morning long. Dude, it's tough.
It's a tough card. Tough card.
It's tough. It's tough. So when we look at this, start a quarterback. I mean, Stafford's the chalk. He's going to be the most popular one. He's the one that makes them. He's got the 30-point upside, him and Drake May. I got Stafford ranked 1. And when you kind of look Denver's defense, Drake May, I know this seems crazy, but I might have Jarrett Stidham ranked 2 just because he does have some rushing upside. Jarrett Stidham's going to use his legs, and he's going to have to, right? And I think when he panics, he's going to use his legs a little bit more. He does sort of have that ability to run. He's an athletic guy. what do you think here at quarterback? I mean, I think we both agree Stafford won. You look at Darnold, it's tough, right? He's only got 5 games all year with 20 points. He's got more single-digit games, including his last 3, than he does 20-point games for Sam Darnold. Don't trust him there. It's Stafford for me, and then I think I'll look to maybe get a little different with Stidham and hope for like a rushing touchdown, but the same could be said for Drake Mason. How are you approaching the quarterbacks?
Obviously, Stafford, number 1, 258, hitting 20 of 42 passes last week. First game in 13 games where he didn't have at least 2 touchdowns, has 37 touchdowns. He's averaging 2.8 per game. On the road this season, he's averaging 268 yards and 2.5 touchdowns. Last game went for 457 and 3 tutties. As crazy as it sounds, I'm not going to include Drake May. The last 2 games have been the 2 best defenses that he has played against. And now he is playing against the best defense he's played against in the Denver Broncos. He's taken 10 sacks the last 2 games. He's fumbled the ball 6 times. He's facing a Broncos defense that led the league in sacks. So I actually have May 3. I have Jarrett Stidham 2. He's going to become the first ever quarterback not to start a championship game, start conference championship game without throwing a single pass. But you hit the nail on the head. He has rushing upside here. So
yeah, it's hard to find it, but when you do look, you can see he does have some. It's hard to find it, right? The stats, because he doesn't play much, but he does have rushing upside.
I did a deep dive in Jarrett Stidham and some trends he has. It's posted on the Patreon. Link is in the description. Make sure to click, join it. And I think Stidham, he's a sneaky play for tournaments. I mean, but in terms of 50-50, you have to go Stafford just because Darnold, you don't know. It's an oblique. If he turns wrong, gets hit wrong, he could be out, and then it's Drew Lock time. So it's really hard to trust anyone in a 50-50 besides Stafford. If you're doing a tournament, I think Stidham's the way to go.
The big concern is the weather looks abysmal in Denver. It really, looks like right now, slight chance of snow, but 18 degrees. All this pattern, I'm not a fucking weatherman, but if the pattern holds, it looks like this weather could be awful. We're going to miss that stuff out here on the West Coast, so the Seattle game will be fine. The typical rain and cold that they always get. But,
18 seems like heaven to me, brother.
Yeah, you guys are really, really going through it.
18 sounds like heaven to me, man.
It's a little insane. All right, let's go to the running backs. So Zach Charbonnet is finally gone, right? And we called it last week, Kenneth Walker.
Whoa. Did you say Kenneth Walker?
Yeah, we both said Kenneth Walker last week.
I made you a little something about Kenneth Walker.
Oh, hero, baby. I can kiss away the pain. I will stand by you forever.
That was for you.
Thank you. We did call him, and it was a good call. Now, it came at the expense of my Niners. It was a hard. I stopped watching at halftime, so I didn't see a lot of the end result. But we were on the Kenneth Walker train last week. Zach Charbonnet is now gone, so Kenneth Walker makes sense. But let me ask you this: this slate, you're going to have to play when you're putting lineups together. I've been messing around with it, and the value is usually always at wide receiver. But running back's a little bit tricky. So Kenneth Walker, Kyren Williams, if you want to. It's really hard to make a lineup with both of them and get the wide receivers that you want. You know, the Pukas, the Smith and Jigbas, who are almost mandatory, right?
Mm-hmm.
J.K. Dobbins, I don't think he'll be playing.
He could go. He could go.
Are they talking about letting him go? So that's interesting.
They're talking about letting J.K. play.
Let's read today's report. Limited. Well, he was limited yesterday. I haven't seen Friday's yet. Have you seen today's?
I have not seen anything today's, but when I looked, it looked like I think he's going to go. I think they're going to roll him out there.
Okay, so then we got J.K. Dobbins at 4,000. Tournament play for sure, right? High risk, high reward. Could do nothing. What about George Holani? The Seahawks are also activating him off the IR.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be George Holani or Velus Jones Jr. as the number 2 back? We know Seattle likes to use 2 running backs. So I think George Holani is might get 10, 11, 12 touches in this game. If it's him. But I don't know if it'll be him. Will it be him? They love this guy, right? He's a special teamer. He's a special teams captain. They love him this is a team guy. They love fucking George Holani, right? They're going to use George Holani.
I mean, I think if it's going to be someone, it'll be old Uncle George will be the guy that they use.
So do we play George Halani or J.K. Dobbins if we want to get crazy with it for some value?
I'd say J.K., dude. I mean, for missing as many games as he did, he still led them in rushing. Over his last 14 games, he only had 14 carries for 60 yards. He's gone over 60 yards in 9 of the 10 games he's played. He averaged 77 yards per game. RJ Harvey, to me, has been so unimpressive. He did have that early fumble. We need to remember it against the Bills, but was called back for a penalty. I don't think Peyton's going to trust him. I think if Dobbins can go, he's going to lean on that veteran, J.K. Dobbins. So I like J.K. Dobbins. I like him a lot. I mean, if he's going to be going, he's definitely going to be in my lineup just because I don't think that Harvey's trusted at all by Peyton. And then, I mean, I love Kenneth Walker. Someone posted in the chat, Kenneth Walker in every lineup. 100% agree with that. I posted a bet about that in the Patreon page. Make sure to check that out. Click the link in the description. Kyren Williams, to me, another no-brainer. That was the frustrating thing for me watching the Bears-Rams game was how Sean McVay just refused to run the ball in the first half. As soon as in the fourth quarter, when he got to the run, he started running it a little bit more. They didn't go heavy personnel. I think they're going to go a little bit more back to their roots, a little more heavy personnel. I think they're actually going to lean on the run game a little bit more in this matchup against Seattle. So I absolutely love Kyren Williams, who had 87 yards and 2 TDs, had 30 yards in the air, has gone 57 yards in 8 straight. My thing is, were you shocked by the splits between Henderson and Stevenson last game?
No, and they just keep doing it. I talked about it. Ramondre Stevenson's the guy to play. Now, Henderson got more work because Ramondre left the game for a little while. He got hit in the eye, right? And so they were dealing with that shit. Yeah. So he was out for a little while. But when like, it just looks like Mike Vrabel. There you go.
Oh, thanks, Kevin. I appreciate it, my friend.
Bear down. I mean, they didn't bear down last week. I forgot what the hell we were saying right there. I completely forgot.
We were talking about Stevenson getting poked in the eye.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just been the Ramondre Stevenson show. So at running back, what do you want to do? Like right now, I had screwing around with the lineup. I have Walker and Kyren Williams in, but is there? I mean, look, snow game out there. Denver, you sort of talked about it last week. Can occasionally be taken advantage of in between the tackles, right? A little bit with the run game. It gets a little dicey. Blake Corum, Kyren Williams, Stevenson, Henderson. How do you want to work it? I don't think you can play. The thing is, I want to say you can't play Henderson, and then of course he's going to fucking go. It'll be like a 90-yard run on the second play of the game, and
right. I mean, can we go Walker Williams and then do Stidham at quarterback?
So I have a lineup right now,
or
that has Stafford, Dobbins or Halani, depending. Okay. There, Kenneth Walker, Kyren Williams, both Puka and Jackson Smith and Jigba. Cooper Kupp, Patriots defense, and then you got to go cheap at tight end, whether it be Turd Ferguson or Elijah Arroyo, Davis Allen. You got to go cheap at tight end. But I love that kind of lineup because I think raw points. I think it's a raw points week. Mm-hmm. Again, I'm not sure there's going to be enough points scored for like the Marvin Mimses of the world to destroy a slate like they did last week. I don't see that from anyone down there. So
I mean, Payne could.
The first place lineup could very well have a player that's got 4.5, 5.5 points, is what I'm saying, because it's got the raw points elsewhere.
I think there's one receiver in Denver that I'm really interested in.
Well, let's go to the receivers.
And
I think Cooper Kupp at 3,800 is the value play of the day. Mm-hmm. I just look against his former team. He's going to on the field a ton. He's going to get 3, 4, 5 catches. Who else at 3,800 or below do you feel good about getting 4 or 5 catches? Because for me, it's none. Demario Douglas hasn't had more than 3 catches since week 9 in any game. Everything he does is fluky. Mac Hollins might come back. He's at 3,900. Kyle Williams, they throw to him once a game. If he catches a touchdown, sure. Lil Jordan Humphrey with Bo Nix was there, sure, because I think Lil Jordan Humphrey has 45 catches for every single team in the league. It looks like he catches the ball for one team, fucking runs into the locker room, switches uniforms, and comes out for the other team. I don't know how many teams Lil Jordan Humphrey, but again, still feel better about Cooper Kupp. So Cooper Kupp's almost an absolute lock for me just because of the percentage of snaps. They could be trailing in this game. Got the little team history sort of thing there. It just lines up. To me, he's the safest one at 3,800. Keyshawn Boutte at 4,500. I like him as well, but if I'm going to pay up for Puka and Smith and Jigba, I got to save. I'm taking Cooper Kupp. What do you think at wide receiver? Because I'm playing both Nakua and Smith and Jigba.
Wide receiver, I mean, Devontae Adams, he had 6 targets, 2 catches, 24 yards. He was a touchdown merchant. I don't trust him in this game. I think it's going to be a heavy, heavy game of Puka and Kyren Williams. Keyshawn Boutte and Diggs, I don't trust them against the secondary of the Broncos, so I'm definitely out on them. Who do you think Patrick Surtain is going to shadow, Boutte or Diggs?
I don't think I don't know if he really bothers doing that, honestly. We'll see. Probably Diggs, I would say, unless Boutte's eating him on the outside. Because that's with the snow and what this weather's going to be. It's like I'm not sure. They might play a lot more zone and just kind of keep these things in front of them because it's going to be harder for these receivers.
Puka's Puka. I think he's going to go off. Kevin asked in the chat. Will Seattle let Puka go off against them? Seattle. The last game they did have injuries at the cornerback position and the safety.
And Adams was out.
But I mean, he's still going to be, in my eyes, the wide receiver that produces the most points. I want nothing to do with Cortland Sutton. Everything I've read says that Gonzalez is going to shadow him. Absolutely love your read on Cooper Kupp. He went 6 for 62 in the 2 meetings, 6 for 74 in his previous 3 games. I absolutely love him. No touchdowns in 5, so he's due for a touchdown. Everything I'm reading coming out with Denver is there was one guy that Stidham worked out with before practice, after practice, during the summer. And that's the guy I want to play. And everything I read said he's coming back from his hamstring injury, and that is Mr. Franklin. Everything that I've read said that Franklin and Stidham have a connection. And if you have that connection, that's the guy you're going to look for. You know what I mean? That's the guy you're going to trust. And he also is going to have the better matchup. I mean, let's face it. Like, Gonzalez is going to be with Cortland Sutton. So I think Franklin is that 4,700 wide receiver if we need to pay down for one. Also, I know I'm jumping the gun to the tight end position right now. I did a deep dive on the Patreon page about Jared Stidham and his history going to the tight end position. Evan Ingram, if we want to pivot to go someplace else. But I will say this, I don't want Evan Ingram and Franklin in my lineup. I feel we need to pick one or the other just because, they're going to bleed into each other's production.
And just, when you look at the snaps, right? So last week, let me take a look at this. So Evan Ingram was only on the field for 23 snaps.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Troutman played 34 snaps. Now, they never throw to Troutman, but I can certainly fit Adam Troutman in it. What do you think about going? Adam Troutman's on the field, a lot of little play actions. They get the ball down to the 1-yard line. He's on the field a lot more.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's definitely interesting. Are you? I know I'll give this out here on the Patreon. I did put out Evan Ingram 19 and over 19 and a half receiving yards. Every single tight end that has played in a regular season game with Jared Stidham has gone over 19 and a half receiving yards.
Very interesting. 3,300.
Yeah.
On DraftKings. What about like Hunter Henry at 48? I mean, he's the most expensive tight.
Well,
frustrating.
Where do we attack Denver though? We attacked Denver at the tight end position. Last week,
right,
we were heavy in Kincaid. Kincaid went off. Kincaid had a good game. I think Henry, because everyone's going to remember, he really didn't do that well last week. What do you have, like 20-some odd yards or something? He could be a little bit undervalued. Both these teams struggle against the tight end. I mean, hell, in my 50-50 lineups, I had Dalton Schultz. I had a bet on Dalton Schultz on the Patreon page. He played half a quarter, and he had 47 yards. He went over his prop total. You know what I mean?
Right.
Neither team.
My question is, it worth paying up? Because if you pay up for Hunter Henry and you're trying to play Smith and Jigba, which you want both Puka and Smith and Jigba, in my view, they both were heavily targeted in both games against each other during the regular season. I see no reason, especially in crunch time, for that to change. Those two are clearly the top two receivers, and I think they probably will be 1 and 2, and both will be in the winning lineup in my view. So if you got Kyren, Walker, Stafford, Smith and Jigba, and Puka, who do you sacrifice? Who do you take out so that you can afford to play Hunter Henry? Because if you play Hunter Henry, you can't play all those other guys. You got to take one of them out. So you've got to pivot. Where's the pivot? Is it from Puka to Devontae Adams? Is it from Smith and Jigba to Diggs or something like that? Like what's because that's what you're looking at when you're.
I love JSN, but I still remember Darnold's not 100%. Is he going to be able to take the ball down the field with that oblique injury? You know exactly what that guy's saying. You know what I mean? Like JSN's still going to have the matchup. If that oblique isn't 100%, because
even last week, even last week when they were kind of blowing him at JSN, 3 catches, got a touchdown, still had 11.
Yeah.
And that might be enough, when you look at kind of the conditions of the other game and you sort of look, it might be enough, it might be enough. So then you would say, if we go up to Hunter Henry, we'd have to come down off of Smith and Jigba, just for example, if we played Hunter Henry in that lineup I was telling you, we'd play Hunter Henry here. Then it's Diggs, Sutton, and then you can come down to Franklin. So then you could throw Diggs in, but then you're taking out Jackson Smith and Jigba. But then, of course, you're getting more solid production you would expect from the tight end position and avoid maybe the dreaded 0.
You have Stafford, Walker.
Mm-hmm. Stafford, Walker, Kyren Williams, Puka Nacua. And then this lineup I did Stephon Diggs, Cooper Kupp, Hunter Henry, Patriots defense. The other way I had it was instead of Diggs, Jackson Smith and Jigba, and I was looking at Turd Ferguson, Davis Allen, Elijah Arroyo, Austin Hooper. Austin Hooper's tricky. Could be one of those guys. He's on the field a ton. So that's where I'm at. So or Adam Troutman. So is it worth it to come down to one of these tight ends and hope for like a touchdown to Davis Allen and play JSN? Or do you go the secure thing, go Hunter Henry and Stephon Diggs, then you're kind of exposing yourself more to that game? That's really how the lineup construction works.
The one I played around with, Stafford, Walker, Williams, Nacua, Franklin. Then I went Cooper Kupp.
I have Cooper Kupp. Absolutely.
Cooper Kupp.
I think you lock him in.
And then you can go Henry and then Dobbins. And if you want to go cheaper at the tight end, you can go Evan Ingram. In my eyes, it's Henry or Ingram at the tight end position, and Henry has the higher floor.
Yeah, definitely so. I don't know why. I might just play Turd Ferguson, dude. Fucking guy always catches a touchdown when I don't play him. I might just play Turd Ferguson. It's Terrence Ferguson, but I call him Turd Ferguson.
Turd.
Shout out Norm Macdonald and Daryl Hannah doing the you remember the Saturday Night Live sketches. Screw you, Trebek. Coming in here, and then there's Turd Ferguson. Just enter any letter. We'll accept any number, he says, and then he writes the letter V, and he goes, well, technically, it's good shit. I peed on your mother, Trebek. I just, much higher floor. Much, much higher floor. All right, defenses. Obviously, for me, it's either the Broncos or the Patriots. Pick one.
I kind of like Seattle. I think Seattle, if gun to my
Seattle
head,
defense it's the second most expensive over the Rams.
But if we're going to look for special teams touchdowns.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I think
so in their 2 games against the Rams this year, defensively, they've scored 4 DraftKings points in 2 games.
Okay. Fine.
4.
Yeah.
They give it up. So, they gave up 21 points to them in week 11. And then they gave up 37 points to them in week 16. I don't know. Someone asked, what about Rashid Shaheed? And they just don't throw to him. Yeah. They don't fucking throw to him. He had the kick returns that got him 6 points, but they don't fucking throw to him. So for me, it's just
And
No
also
being
with
trusty.
Darnold not being able to throw because it's oblique, like his ADOT was down last game. I just don't think like you're banking on a punt or a kick return touchdown. So for me, no, man, I just can't.
Yeah.
Can't get there.
So it's Patriots Broncos. I have Patriots. I think I like the Patriots return game. Jonathan Jones could take anything back to the house. You saw how opportunistic we were on the Patriots D last week. It was the defense you had to play to win. I'm back on it again. I think they'll be very popular in the snow. Backup quarterback. You know, maybe he pulls off the Jeff Hostetler. Who knows? But probably not. Probably age ourselves here. But I'm going Patriots defense at 3,500. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you can go with the Patriots defense. I think that game's going to probably be the lower scoring game. So, you know, whichever one you can fit in would be better. My only worry point is I just can't get over that 10 sacks and 6 fumbles the last 2 games. That's
right,
man.
It's a lot.
You know, and
I think you can play Denver. Denver's defense, by the way, 2,500. So that could be an interesting way. That's $1,000 cheaper than the Patriots. You play the Broncos. Then I can play Coley Parkinson, Evan Ingram, or Tyler Higbee in this lineup here with Smith and Jigba and Kyron Williams and Puka Nacua and Kenneth Walker. And
you're getting the best defense in the league at 2,500.
Yeah, I think that's the play. I'm changing my mind. Do we play Colby Parkinson, Evan Ingram, or Tyler Higbee? Colby Parkinson, by the way, has had he had a touchdown in week 11. It's been all right against Seattle. Obviously, Tyler Higbee was not there for the first one. Oh, it's interesting. Or Evan Ingram, your guy.
My guy, Evan
Ingram. Stonehands Evan Ingram has caused me a lot of pain in my life, so I don't know. He's fucked me so many times. Like, he's bent me over, taking a jagged, rusted pipe.
Wait, what about this
one? Hold me.
Just hear me out on this one, okay? Stafford, Walker, Williams, Franklin, Kupp, Puka, Henry. Oh no, I don't have JSN. That's my bad.
Here's the lineup I have right now. I have 4 Rams, 3 Seahawks, 2 Broncos. So I've got Stafford, Dobbins. Now, if Dobbins ends up not going, that'll probably turn to George Holani, honestly. Stafford, Dobbins, Walker, Nacua, Smith and Jigba, Cooper Kupp, Colby Parkinson at tight end, Kyron Williams at the flex, Broncos defense. That's a fucking good lineup.
The one I just did, I'm putting your boy Turd in.
Turd Ferguson? Old Turd.
Old Turd. Stafford, Walker, Williams, Franklin, Nacua, JSN, Turd, Dobbins, and Broncos.
Go. I love these lineups. Before we get out of here, someone asked, who do we have winning? I think it's Rams Patriots. I think that's what we're gonna get.
Ooh, I have Seahawks Broncos, dude.
Do you really? We're gonna have to do a shot bet then. We have to do a shot bet.
My thing is this. It's just I don't think Knicks is that better than Stidham. And I think the defense is going to be able to do some stuff and make May's life uncomfortable. And the other one, I was looking at the Rams schedule. The Rams have been all over the place. And like there's that big trend with like 3 playoff games on the road struggling. And this is their 5th road game in 6 weeks. Yeah. That's a lot, man.
It is. I just can't see it. I can't see Sam Darnold coming through in a big situation like that and winning a game and going. I just cannot fucking imagine it. It'll be awful for the NFL. If Sam Darnold goes, if the Seahawks and Sam Darnold go to the Super Bowl, I might not be an NFL fan anymore. I might just be done with it. I don't really like the gameplay anymore. Anyways, it's kind of garbage. That might just be it for me. I might just be fucking done if Seattle goes.
That you're gonna
and I know they're both in the same division as the Niners, but I hate Seattle exponentially more. Sam Darnold, the fucking Lego policeman, he's such a fucking choker. I just can't do it. Like, I live around, there's no one douchier in the world than a Seahawks fan. Seahawks fans are just absolute fucking douchebags. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. I live in the Pacific Northwest. You should see these fake, just fucking crusty, methed out Seahawks fans. That's all they are, dude. Just a bunch of losers. I absolutely hate Seahawks fans. I hate them with the fire. I saw some old guy at a Seahawks thing when we were playing in the regular season, and I'm just like, get the fuck out of the bar, dude. I want you to leave. I don't even want to look at you. Can't stand you methed out Seahawks fans. That's my rant.
Here's this right here. Kenneth Walker, MVP, 15-1. Love that. And also, I don't even know if I can find it. Ernest Jones, I'm gonna put a little bit on him right now to win MVP.
There you go. I'll say Jonathan Jones to win the MVP, or Marcus Jones to win the MVP in the Patriot. He returns another one for a touchdown. Offense is stagnant, but the defense. Last week I wanted to do a Patriots defensive touchdown parlay, and I just forgot to do it. I wasn't feeling well and shit. But I think another defensive touchdown. We could see I don't mind a Broncos touchdown, Patriots defensive touchdown parlay.
Okay. Both
UFC bets I'm working on right now. I'm working on a DFS lineup, Kevin. It's fucking hard. I do think the plus money, I think there's a lot of favorites at UFC 324 that you can't trust.
I love Gaethje. I think Gaethje.
I think Gaethje, the plus money on Gaethje.
Yeah.
Taking Derek, you can get Derek Lewis at like near 5-1 for a knockout, and it's like Waldo Acosta-Cortez has been knocked out as a pro boxer. He's never been knocked out in the UFC, but when he fights guys like Pavlovich, etc., he gets real tentative. You're getting plus money on a Derek Lewis knockout. I think anytime you get that makes sense. The one favorite who I do think is worth the money, but you got to take him by knockout, and it's still not a great number, is Gauthier. He should absolutely slaughter Ulayev. But it's a really, really difficult card. I do think Arnold Allen's sort of a live dog. Jean Silva, I don't think deserves that 3-1 price tag. It's tough. It's a tough card. It's tough to make a DFS lineup. Join the Patreon, 50 cents a day. Click the link in the video description below. I'll have a lineup posted. Doug Rose, I think, is going to get her ass kicked, unfortunately. Natalia Silva is the real deal, and I think she's going to kick the shit out.
She's a badass woman.
Rose is too. The only reason Rose is there is it's the first pay-per-view of the year, etc. They're trying to get some of these name recognition people, but if you look at a lot of them, Derek Lewis, he's close to the end. Justin Gaethje, we'll see what happens if he loses to Paddy Pimblett. They'll start, you start seeing those things sort of decline down. Marcus Johnson, Michael Johnson's on there at 39 years old. If he loses, is he gone? Nikita Krylov coming back after the 2-year layoff if he loses. So there's a lot of these like name
Sean
people.
O'Malley's there. Yeah.
Sean O'Malley, and the Sean O'Malley fight's really interesting. I want to take him by knockout, right? But the deal is I'm not sure how invested Sean O'Malley is. He's already talked about this is going to be his last year in the UFC. He has a successful podcast. He has the clothing line. He's already talked about this is his last year in the UFC. He's already got one foot out the door. That's a bad recipe when you fight like a crazy fuck like Son Yudong.
When he's doing drugs, smoking weed, he was a hell of a fighter. As soon as he tried to get clean, he just went downhill, man.
Yeah, so that one again, that's what I mean. It's just really, really tough across the board. Paddy Pimblett, who has he beaten? He didn't really earn his way to this title shot. He hasn't really beaten anybody. Justin Gaethje's fought the best guys in the world. He's beaten them. He's lost to him. Question is, will Paddy Pimblett be able to hold Gaethje down and submit him? If this becomes a striking matchup, it's over for Paddy Pimblett despite his size. So it'll be interesting. Click the link, join us. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We will be back next week. Catch us on here too on Twitter.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Oh yeah, Super Bowl's in 2 weeks. So we get a week off from the NFL, which is nice. But we'll have NBA stuff every day, quick little hitters, all that stuff. Click the link, check it out. We appreciate you guys. For myself and Erik, have a great weekend. Enjoy all the sports. And of course, good luck on all your future wagers.